What's up, world? It's Jay with the Jay Grow team here at Better Homes and Gardens Select Real Estate. I am here with 5 of my favorite people in the entire world. We're going to start off by introducing 2 of my favorite wine snobs. We're not going to call ourselves snobs because we're not snobs. We don't drink with our pinky. Amanda does. Never mind.
Sometimes.
She's a snob.
She's by accident. It just happens.
It's okay. We still love her. This is Amanda Reinfeld with Caldwell Banker Faith Properties. She is another local realtor, and I would highly recommend her if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, and you can't get a hold of me. Or David. I forgot David.
Whoa.
Now, next to us is Miss Alyssa Dibble of Utica Bread and the Taylor with Cook fame, another fellow foodie and fellow wino. We love her. At the kitty table, we have got Jeremy and David with the Jay Grow team. They are here representing those of you that don't necessarily have a great history with wine. And of
We
course,
are our voice of reason.
they are the voice of reason. And behind the camera is my husband and Common Council candidate, Mr. Stephen Kemplish Jr. So today we are actually wrapping up our exploration of the Finger Lakes. And what we wanted to do with this series was basically take a look at some of the Finger Lakes wines that you might not be aware of. We all know the Finger Lakes produce epic Rieslings, right?
Absolutely.
We know that. Well, the Finger Lakes has really become a true wine connoisseur's destination. And you need to head back there if you haven't been back there in a little while.
It's a super affordable kind of trip too, because when you're doing tastings, you pay, $5. You get, a full flight of tastings, and you go around. You can spend $30 just on tastings, hit 6 wineries, and there's your day for you.
There's your day. Hit 6. If I hit 6 wineries, I would be hitting the sack after that.
After that, yeah.
Woof, that is
Okay,
fun.
we normally hit like 10.
I know. I'm just being good on camera. Yeah, normally we hit 10. So, here's what we're looking at. We've been looking at these past couple of weeks, this great concept of pet nats. So, Amanda, tell us a little bit about pet nats.
So with a pet nat, it's a little different than a champagne. They're both bubbly, but it's a different method that's used when they bottle it, and that creates a different type of fermentation and a different type of bubbliness, if you will. So with a pet nat...
Should we just read it?
Yes, we will read it.
We are going to You want to read it?
We will read it. Let's just read the label here. So
This is great.
This is a pet nat that's called, I guess it doesn't have a specific name,
It's a
but
Riesling.
it's a sparkling Riesling from Red Tail Ridge. And their label says our Pétillant Naturel is a sparkling Riesling bottled during primary indigenous fermentation to capture the carbon dioxide naturally released by the yeast. Each bottle is a unique ecological riff on the juice and its yeast with varying aromatics and mouthfeel. So enjoy the fact that your bottle is your own unique experience of our ecosystem. So basically what they're saying is they bottle this before it's done fermenting. They basically stop the fermenting process, put it in a bottle, put a cap on it, and hope for the best. So each bottle is going to be a different mouthfeel, a different flavor profile, and that's what makes it really fun.
That's one of the things I love about pet nats. And now with this one, this is at Red Tail Ridge, which is another one of our favorite wineries. Tell us a little bit about the winemaker at Red Tail Ridge, Liz.
The winemaker, woman, her name's Nancy Ireland. She was just nominated for a James Beard Award.
Which is kind of like the Oscars.
It is the food.
Right?
We find out March 27th, which realistically, we might be viewing this video after people
that is true.
find out, so we're not sure.
Series.
We'll let you know the next one, but yeah, so she's doing some great things. She's using a lot of science and different techniques. They have a lot of different varietals that they're playing with right now. So
Absolutely. Red Tail Ridge is very adventurous, and that's one of the things I love about it.
It's just fun. Like if you're not
Absolutely.
scared to try different kinds of beverages and try new wines, it's a perfect place to go to.
Now this one, on the nose, to me, this is totally Riesling.
it is. Yeah.
I mean,
Paris.
You have got
stone
Paris
fruit.
Stone, completely hardcore.
As David would say, this is the wettest
Wettest
of
of
all
stones.
stones.
This is the wettest.
The stones are soaked.
We have
So-
spoken about how we are going to get the boys to lick wet stones so that they know what that flavor profile is like.
I'm still not convinced that will work.
I'm still not convinced it will
This
work
one is super fun because I feel like this is a little more bubbly than other pet nats that I've
Yes.
had. I don't know if you can see on camera, but like it's
It's
still
still going.
bubbling in the bottle.
It's
there.
still going,
going.
Steve. It's still going. Can you see it? Ish.
I also
Shucks and
like.
We'll assure you, it's bubbling.
You know, I totally judge a book by its cover, so to speak, and I totally love the simple labels that they use on these too.
I'm gonna actually go show that to Steve.
We've got like cursive writing, we've got the brown paper type label.
Very plain, old style.
Just super cool.
See it, Steve? I mean, it really is just a lovely label. Red Tail Ridge does so many things right.
And I love that they don't try to tell people what the wine tastes like.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun to look at the label and get tasting notes, but I feel like everybody has a different palate, and it's interesting to find out what what different people think about the different wines. So where I might get a berry taste from something, Alyssa might be like, oh, it's super herbaceous. So we pick out different things from different wines.
Now with this, one of my favorite things is just that bubble characteristic.
Yes.
I mean, this is truly this absolutely, utterly amazing, just velvet bubble. Again, I know I said that last week, but it's this bubble that just caresses my entire tongue, and it has sweet love. It makes sweet love to my tongue. I love it. I love it. It's delicious. Flavors, what are you getting? Typical Rieslings to me.
Yeah.
If you like a Riesling, you would like this.
Mm-hmm.
Great minerality.
Yep.
Stony.
Rich minerality, rich stone.
You can
Stone
taste the minerality of the Finger Lakes in this wine. You know, Finger Lakes have a lot of shale stone, limestone, all of those things. So you can really taste that it's been, sitting in beautiful, beautiful vineyards.
We basically just took a bite out of a stone cliff.
Yes, essentially we did. Let's head over to the kitty table and find out what they think.
Sometimes I like eating pebbles, and this is what it reminds me of.
I eat pebbles for breakfast.
But not fruity pebbles.
No, not fruity
no,
pebbles,
those
like
are
legit pebbles, like
like-
some gravelly pebbles.
This tastes like gravelly pebbles.
Jeremy and I are real men.
Yeah.
So.
What the hell am I?
They have
Well, do you eat
dentures
pebbles
of
for
cement.
breakfast?
Do I eat pebbles for breakfast? No, I don't.
No, we just drink wine for breakfast.
We only get stoned at night.
Okay. So this smells fruitier than last week because I know it's the same kind. So this one I think is going
It's
to.
the same method,
Yeah.
but not the same kind.
Oh, okay. So
Totally
it's
different grape.
See, it tastes completely different than the last one.
Yeah.
This is a white grape versus a red. And
It's
a
just a
totally
very
different
subtle
grape.
flavor. Just I feel like I taste more bubbles than I do flavor.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good
This
to know.
one has a little bit more fruity for me.
Okay, so it's a little
Yeah.
more fruity. That should be normal. I agree.
And I think I, as a person, like whites more than reds.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
all
don't
right.
know if that's a newbie thing or if that's just a personal preference.
It's a personal preference.
Let's go. Let's go to Steve and see what the cameraman thinks.
Yay, Steve.
Yay,
Ooh,
Steve.
Steve.
What do you got?
What do you think, Steve?
Slight grapefruit.
Slight grapefruit.
yes, I
can see
Absolutely.
that.
Bubbly grapefruits. Sure. Oh, Amanda likes it.
She's going
Amanda.
for
She's
fruit.
going back for
A
more.
hint of orange at the end.
A hint of orange. All right, very good.
I also taste the citrus.
Yeah.
So we've definitely got some nice rich citrus here with the Red Tail Ridge Riesling Pet Nap. Highly recommend checking out this winery. Like we've talked about Red Tail in the
Please.
past.
Did anyone
Go-
mention the creamy texture that the effervescence gives
That
it?
absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
That creamy texture that these micro bubbles create. Highly recommended. Definitely check it out. So, folks, that is the end of our exploration of Finger Lakes unique wines. Next set, I haven't decided what we're going to do. So.